Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Didn't have a much productive day today.
It's still around 2:22 p.m., right? So I still have a couple of things to do.
Oh, it's afternoon for you. For me, it's evening. It's about 7 p.m.
Yeah. So I think the day has ended already there.
Yeah. And how do you introduce yourself? It's the first time we're meeting.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, it is the first time. Well, so this is Christopher. Or you can call me Chris. Just call me Chris. And you prefer, should I call it Hano or Jano?
uh, your wish.
Not sure if you pronounce your name.
My name is Janvi Vijay Chawda. Like it's like my name, my father's name, and then my surname. But yeah, so my name is Janvi, but I think people should call me Janu. It's my nickname that my family gave to me. And
Okay. Jano.
how do you introduce yourself? Like, yeah, you are Christopher, and then
Yeah, I'm a student and a software engineer.
you're a software engineer. And how does it feel meeting an online friend for the first time?
Well, don't know. It feels, I don't know. Should I say it's not really awkward, but it's very nice and, getting to talk about stuff. It's very nice actually.
Uh,
It's very nice.
can you just check your
Yeah,
mobile
so
phone?
yeah, I can see it. Yeah. So like what's something interesting about your country that most people don't know?
About my country, it's just that it's very diverse. If you come to India forever, you visit India, it's not going to be enough if you just come to one state. It has many different states, and every different state has its own culture, religion, clothing, food. So it's very diverse. It's extremely diverse.
Oh, nice. So it's like they have different, should we call it tribe?
No, it's not like tribe. It's like different languages. Like, what's the language they speak at Nigeria?
So we have like different languages, but the major ones are Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo.
Oh,
And our official language is English.
oh. At India, the national language is Hindi, but if you go to Tamil Nadu, it's a state. They speak Tamil. If you go to Hyderabad, they speak Telugu. If you go to Maharashtra, they speak Marathi. If you go to UP, they speak Hindi. Even though the national language is
Okay.
Hindi, but every state has its own different national language.
Okay.
It's very
Well,
diverse.
so I think I understand that.
What?
I said I understand that now.
You wanna?
I said I understand
Oh,
how it
understand.
works now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, your English is quite different.
Okay.
You speak, in Indians, I think they speak the words very clearly. You speak like the
Okay.
American accent in which they just fast forward all the words.
Well, I think it's something like that. But I would say instead of American English, I would say it's British English because it was the Britain colonized Nigeria.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think yeah,
Uh, Krish,
you
what
should.
is so interest. What is that one fact which is so interesting about your country and most people don't know that?
Well, well, the interesting fact is that uh, when you come to Nigeria, you or not even you don't even need to come to Nigeria. We Nigerians, we kind of like we hype ourselves. You know what hyping is? You know, when you praise ourselves, we have each other backs, but not we have each other backs to some extent. You know, when you we support each other a lot to store at an international level. If you are representing Nigeria, everybody will vote for you and everything. There was a time a lady was trying to break a Guinness Book of Records. You know what that is, right?
I do not know what that is.
You don't know the Guinness Book of Record, Guinness World Record. So it's just like when you do something that no one has ever done before, so it will be recorded.
Ooh,
You understand? Yeah. So
actually,
this lady was, yeah. So this lady was trying to like cook for it's now 120 hours. So she did it, and then we were voting. We were trying to, you know, publicize and get to a lot of people. We had her back, and that's like one thing about Nigerians. When
was it like
we
illegal?
Nigerians, we
What that woman did was illegal.
yes, it was legal. It was is in the book of records. After this call, you should search for Guinness Book of Record. So you have it there. So I'm just trying to say we Nigerians like we try to back each other, and we also have diverse cultures. Yeah, when I say diverse cultures, just like India. Yeah, so like for example, yeah, I'm Yoruba. The way we dress is different from another tribe. If you go to another
Hmm.
state, in another region, they dress different way, they speak different language, but we all have one English, and we have one kind of English that is different from every other English. We call it PJ. So the English is kind of like it's not really English, but we mix English with some accents. For example, if I want to ask you how are you, I will say how you day. So that's the kind of English that we have here. So that's like one of the interesting facts about Nigeria too.
And you know about India? The fact is that we Indians have a lot of amazing sweets. What's the sweet that you like dessert options?
Yeah. Well, we do, should I say the sweets? We only have maybe fruits. Uh, uh, we have
Maybe
um, we
cakes.
have yeah, we have cakes too. We have ice creams. We have
There is
what
no
else do we have?
different
Yeah, we have
dessert
ice cream.
options there. Like you don't have some really some different
Yeah,
dessert options, or do you have?
well, okay. I think yes. I think we do. Yeah, there is something that we call it's not in my tribe. We call it opa. Yeah, you can buy it on the roadside, and it's like very good
Oh,
dessert.
what
And
is
there are
the
others too.
best item
Yes.
over there? What's the best food item in Africa?
Oh, best food item.
Healthy
Mm,
and best.
I would say I would not say food. Yeah, I would not say food item. I would say the best food. Yeah, is Nigerian jollof rice. We call it jollof rice.
In India, it is
Yes.
roti, sabzi. Roti is a bread which is not baked. It is cooked on the pan.
Okay.
And sabzi and dal, it's a legume, dal and rice. And then there
Okay.
are a lot
So
of
yeah,
dessert
we have like
options. You must have heard this word which is very popular and it's also a song, jalebi.
yes,
That is a
literally.
song. That's a song. That's
Yeah.
also a song, but it's also an item, but it's very unhealthy. It's very, very unhealthy. It's made up of sugar. It's completely made up of sugar,
Oh,
which is then later fried
okay.
and made with maida, which is refined wheat. It's very injurious.
Oh, well, it's sweet, right?
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah. So, well, at least maybe I can take it once in a while.
No, you can never take it. I can give you the healthier sweets like there is kheer. Then there are healthier sweet options too.
Okay. Okay. So, I'll take note of that. How did you get into computer science? Was it always your dream?
Mm. Actually, when I was small, I was in sixth grade, and I was always passionate about technology. And then when I was in sixth grade, there was this guy. I think I can name him because we are still friends. Nitish Verma.
Yeah.
Okay, I had a
Okay.
crush on him because that was the time I hit my puberty in sixth grade, and I was like, I had a crush on him, and I came out to know he is a technology nerd. He was always into AI, artificial intelligence. Because of him, I went on to Google, I
Okay.
read about artificial intelligence, and I was like, oh wow. I mean, I was like, just very interested, and I didn't really think it will come up this soon till here, but now it's every day we use AI so much. Back then,
Yeah.
it wasn't there when I was in
Yeah.
sixth grade. It was just the beginning of creation of AI. And now it
Yeah.
just boomed
Yeah.
up.
I get it.
And that guy, he's now studying
Okay.
business, and I'm studying the engineering.
Oh, so you see, well, at least you decided to pursue, like, I will call it your passion, right?
Yeah, actually, it was my passion. For him, I guess he was just doing trial and error, maybe. I mean, it was a good
Oh,
influence in my life. I discovered my interest. I really
yeah,
enjoyed.
definitely.
What about you?
Well, so, well, my own was later. It was around 2020 when I finished my high school. I I don't even know what to do next, but I was good with mathematics, STEM subjects actually. I was good with
Yeah.
STEM subjects, and yeah, so my sister actually called, and she's in another state, like the most popular state here in Nigeria, even in Africa, Lagos. So she called, and she was like, "You should come and learn something like a skill." But before then, it was a junior, my junior in high school, that introduced me to tech. I We used to sneak into the computer lab to operate on the computer with open notepad and write some codes, and then we'll be like, wow. So since then, I was like, I will learn this thing, and I'm interested in it because I was not really into computer related. I would say my best this thing, like, I have most interest in STEM subjects. So as at
Even
that
me.
time, I started, yeah, I started thinking of why not computer. So after my sister called, then I went to her state. Then I started learning it. And well, it was not, I won't say it's a passion. It was just a gradual process. As I was learning, I was
Hmm.
open to more aspect about it. And before
Yeah.
I knew it, it became part of my life. And then I started, building stuff with it.
Even I have like a lot of interest. I studied my 12th with biology. Like, so it was completely
Oh,
STEM. I had biology, maths, physics, chemistry. Yeah. If you weren't in this industry, if you weren't in the tech, what career would you choose?
well, mm, I've actually never thought of that.
What are
I'm
your
not into tech.
hobbies?
Maybe, well, I play video games. Video games. Um, Mostly mobile games actually, and I watch Netflix. I listen to music. But if I did not venture into tech, my career would have been teaching. It would become maybe a lecturer or a professor in any
But
of the
you
STEM
would
subjects.
choose STEM
So
subjects only.
yes, yes. So if you were into tech, what career would you choose?
If I wasn't, I think I would be a full-time musician.
Oh, so you think?
I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't know. For a, I don't think. I mean,
Well,
I
let's
don't
see
know. I don't know.
if you can try enough there. Well, music is not actually bad. You know,
I think
a
there
couple
is.
of
I would be a doctor, maybe. Who knows? I mean, right now I just can't tell what other thing would I do. It would. I mean, I would be a doctor, or I mean, musician. I'm anyways gonna be a musician. I would never keep it as a full-time job to make music because it's something you do at your spare time.
yeah,
I cannot always keep
yeah,
thinking about music. It's only when I hit a life circumstances which inspires me to write about it or express my feelings, that's the only time I make some music. I would be a doctor, and
okay,
now that I'm not a doctor, I'm an engineer.
yeah. So now that you're an engineer, do you also think of writing music?
Yeah, I always do that. I don't think of writing, it just happens to me.
Maybe you share a couple of them to me.
What?
You will share a couple of the music you wrote.
No, no, I have never
And
shared
I
you
actually
my
don't.
music
Why?
because I
Well, it's
haven't
private to you. I
published it.
understand.
I'll do it during my holidays.
Okay. Well, actually, when I was in high school, I learned to play a couple of musical instruments
You know to play what
because
instrument do you play?
um, I know how to play the keyboard a little. I know how to play. Um, I
Guitar?
know how to play. Not really. I did not learn guitar, but I'm planning to buy a guitar. But not now. Maybe when I'm done with school, I can just have it with me and then play, learn in the process too. I know how to play flute. You know flute?
Yes.
Yes. So I know how to play that too. So I know, and I know how to drum.
Wow, I always wanted to learn drums. I have the drumsticks in my this cupboard. I also have a small piano which is called a Casio. I have that. Uh,
Okay.
but I want to learn the drums. It's so amazing. I had it in my school,
Yeah, drum
a
is nice.
drums. What do you think about open source and tech contributions? How is it treated in your
Well,
country?
it's treated so nice because every year we used to have a conference for open source. We call it Oscar Fest, Open Source Conference for Africa. So we used to host it here in Nigeria every year. So open source is like um, very crucial. And in some aspects, uh, you actually need to know you actually need to be a contributor in open source because it's in some job roles is actually a requirement. So open source is like one of the core requirements here, should I say in Africa. And what I think about open source is that, well, I for me, I think it's like something I would actually check if I'm less busy. If I don't have many projects, because right now I have like a project that is also open source.
Hmm.
It's a framework. So, but right now it's still a closed source. we want to have like a stable version before we make it open source. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
What do you think? How long does it take
Do you
for
understand what
a
I'm trying to say?
person to become fit for contributing an open source? Because I recently made a pull request to one of the organizations on GSOC, and I mean, my pull request didn't get much, and also my code was just failing the tests. And it was fully Python. It had a lot of
Well,
Python, like it is just fully made on Python.
well, if it was failing, that means you didn't go through the requirements enough. If it was failing, because and also what I think is that before you make any open source contribution, you need to understand what you are contributing to. Do you know that, right? So if you understand what you're contributing to, you go through their documentations and you go through their uh, should I call it the open source documentation, to the way you are going to write your code, because they
Hmm.
most definitely have like a rule you need to follow. And I'm very sure if you don't follow the rule, the test will be failing. The test will be failing. And these are one of the things I'm trying to like set up now for the projects I have, the open source rules and the test checker and everything. So that anytime by the time we make it open source, if someone wants to contribute, uh, you have to follow the rules, or else you won't be the contribution won't be met. You understand?
Yeah,
So I would say you should go through the
I
rules.
didn't obey their pull request template. If my pull request description wasn't matching theirs. Have you
Oh,
ever
oh.
contributed to?
So you should just
Well, I guess this is not. Yeah.
like I was saying, continue with the question.
What open source project do you think is changing the world?
Well, I don't know. The open source project it should be definitely about AI. The open source project about AI, they are definitely changing the world right now. Like, it's definitely changing the world, and it's let me just say in nutshell is AI, but depends on the product you're contributing to. For example, the VS Code is open source, right?
Yes. Yes.
So people that are making um, AI ID, they are trying to just make a version of VS Code then with AI. So I would say it's actually an improvement if you can integrate AI into your ID and all of that. So in a nutshell, the AI aspect, open source migration is like it's changing the world right now.
And what would you advise to any beginner coder who has just started with coding? How many hours do they have to do it? How do they have to practice it? Or maybe what would you advise a junior of
Well,
yours?
the thing is, my first advice is um, minimize the way you watch YouTube videos, read documentations of anything you are trying out. When I was starting out, after I learned HTML, CSS, and a little bit of JavaScript, then I started learning Node.js, which was Express. So I don't even know how to go about it. I did not really understand how Node.js work. So I started watching YouTube videos on how to build a project. I just want to build something. And I watched a YouTube video to build an entire full stack application. I was just copying. I will pause the video for a bit, write the small
Oh
code,
no.
continue the video. I copied the whole project. Well, so it's on my GitHub, but I did not understand a single line of code there.
Oh, you
But
copied everything.
and yes, so by the time I got my first internship, well, it actually my perspective about that changed, because the kind of task I was given, there was nothing like that on the YouTube for me to go and copy. You
Hmm.
understand? So I had to go to the documentation of every tool I was asked to use. You understand? So I have to go to each one of them. I read it, and since then, I try as much as possible not to watch videos. I'm not saying I don't watch YouTube videos, but I read documentations most times. Number two, be consistent. If you are consistent, you'll be very good. When I say very good, it's just about studying. If you don't study for long, you might forget some things. You understand? So you have to be consistent. I'm not saying you should code for 8 hours a day every day, but just pick a short time and be sincere about it. Maybe 2 hours a day, but make sure you try as much as possible to do something 2 hours every day.
Hmm.
When you're consistent, you are going to progress a lot, and you understand deep knowledge of any tool you are trying out, any aspect of tech you are into, you are going to understand it. And I think at some point you need to have a mentor that you can always go to and ask a question. And this is why experience matters. If you are going to get a mentor, find someone that has more experience, because by the time you are stuck with something.
So it's like
For example,
really important to have a mentor in this coding space.
ye- yes, I think so. It is important. I had a
Did you
mentor
have a
too,
mentor?
and right now, yes, I did have a mentor. But right now, I barely go to him anymore because, should I say, I think I'm good for myself alone right now. But when I started out, I had a mentor. If I have any issues, I used to go to him. But most times, he would not tell me the solution. He would ask me to go and make research about it.
Hmm.
He was trying to make sure I learn how to find solutions for myself. You understand? But at some point, when I get stuck, he will help me out. So, and I'm very sure he will be proud of me. I
What do you
think these
think
are the
has the
things
most potential in future? Cybersecurity, AI, blockchain.
I'll pick two. I would say AI and blockchain. But to rank it, I would say AI is coming first because AI should be the top. This thing is futuristic. It has a lot of potential in the future. AI, because every day we are improving with AI. Today you hear OpenAI released a model, tomorrow DeepSeek will
Hmm.
release another model, and so on. So every day it keeps improving. So, and it has a great future potentials. So I'd say that. Should I say, um, have you ever built something cool outside of college assignments?
Pardon?
I said, have you ever built something cool outside of college assignments?
Can you just tell me the number? Because I'm not able to
Okay,
hear
okay, yeah.
you.
Okay, okay. Um, number 11. 11.
Oh, actually, I don't do the college assignments. Obviously, I don't do the college assignments. So everything I do is something of what's on my mind. And even if I'm ever supposed to build something, I do it for the hackathons as per how they want it. But now I'll focus on my own self. So far, I have not created anything cool. I haven't.
Well, you should always think of, so one thing I would always say is that you should always think of a problem and think of the solution, how you can find a solution for that. It's not really necessary um, you don't do it because there is a solution already. You can also
It's a
always
lot
build
of
your own
brain
solution.
grinding. Yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
it. I'm
So,
currently learning the Express, the Mon stack.
okay, the main stack. Well, that's actually what I use. And from that main stack, I thought of a problem because as a main stack developer, you there is something that, should I say, yes, the first problem is JavaScript itself and TypeScript. They consume memory and it's not easy to scale when you are building large applications. So I built a framework. It's just like Express.
Yes.
So I built something like Express. So this is the project I said I'm going to make open source soon.
Yeah,
So you can actually check it
mine
out.
is that MongoDB, Express,
Maybe
React,
Express,
and
React,
Node.
and Node. Yeah. So I built something on Node, which is Dolph.js. You can check it out.
Yes, I'll check it out. I'll even
Dolph.js.com.
share it in the link below so other people can access it.
All right. Let me send the link. Yes.
Send me all the link of
Node.js.
your GitHub, your portfolio, and your open source project.
Okay.
Not here, not here. Send
Okay.
it in the WhatsApp.
Okay. I'll send it when I'm done. So yeah. Um. I think it's your turn. Yeah.
Yeah. How important is the tech
Um.
sector in your country?
Well, it is very important to some extent. I'll say to some extent because, well, we are still doing some things in traditional way, but I think people use tech almost every day, yeah, like every day of our lives. But there are still some people that go through the transitional means. When I say traditional means, like um, in schools, instead of you to you have to mark attendance in the old traditional way and some other things. But in your daily life activities like financial aspects, real estate, um, agriculture, and some other aspects too. So sorry, this thing I have to like. But let me continue. So now, for example, the fintech aspect is financial aspect is very growing. We are actually one of the largest. Nigeria is like one of the largest, biggest country with a very good financial technology in Africa. We actually serve almost half of the Africa financial technology. We have payment gateway like Flutterwave, Paystack, and and Coral. We have others too, but Paystack is always like Stripe.
Hmm?
Do you know Stripe
Yeah.
for payment? So actually, Stripe bought Paystack, one of the payment gateway that we have here in Nigeria, and it's actually serving about 7 to 8 countries in Africa.
Yeah, that
And also, it's working
international
at USD.
payment platform Stripe.
Yes. So they bought the payment gateway, payments platform that we have here in Nigeria. So we are actually the tech sector here in Nigeria is actually going at a very fast rate too.
Ooh,
Going
fintech.
at a very fast rate. Yes. Yeah. So how important is the tech sector to India's economy?
A lot. Very much. Actually, tech sector is important to every country's GDP because all the FANG companies are the ones which are giving employment to larger people. I mean, tech sector is giving the highest employment to people.
Yes,
And I think
actually.
that is the only sector because tech is used in banking, tech is used in art, tech is used everywhere, even in the school, educational institutions are relying on technology. So it's like, it's very much.
Yeah.
And
So
how
also
about
the same thing. Yeah.
do we ever plan to meet or in real life?
To meet you in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking. Okay, after I'm planning to actually travel to a couple of countries after my school, and my most focused part is Asia. So I'm planning to go to India, to go to Japan and Korea. I might not go to Korea, but China is on the list too. So I'm planning to go to India too. India is also top of my list. So maybe when I
Yeah.
come to India,
Even Africa is
or
on my list. Africa is on my list.
you said it,
If I come to your
you told
country,
me
which
to.
city will you take me first? Where will you take me
Well,
to
it's the
travel?
first city you are. Yeah, it's the first city you are landing at. The first city because your flight is going. Technically coming to Lagos, and I'm in Lagos.
You,
And the first city I will take you to is in Lagos. So it's
yeah,
Lagos. So Lagos is actually very nice for you to check out. Then maybe we might just go to Abuja, the federal capital. It's the capital of Nigeria, so go there too. And also in Africa, I would want you to go to Cape Town. You mentioned it too
yeah, Cape
in South
Town.
Africa.
Yes.
Cape Town is Cape Town is nice. I'm going to go to Cape Town too. And there's this country I would want you to go to. It's very nice. Rwanda.
It's a country.
Rwanda. Yes, Rwanda is a country. It's very nice.
If you
It's
come
in
to,
I think it's
yeah, yeah,
Kenya.
yeah, say.
Kigali is not. I think Rwanda is not far from Kenya. Actually, yes, it is not far.
If you happen to come to India, I'll take you to the South India. I am staying in the north, but the place where I come from, it's really beautiful. I mean, I haven't seen much of north. There is a lot of snow and cold in the north. I like the south.
Oh, so which south is there is this city I know, this popular city, New Delhi, or what do you call
Oh,
it?
that's the capital of India. I have never been to New Delhi, but I'll have to
Oh,
go. I haven't been there.
oh, okay, okay. Well, I actually want to come to that site, and also Hyderabad.
Yeah, that's a very nice city. It's a tech hub.
Yeah, I want to come to Hyderabad too. Well, I think that's the only two I know. I think that's the only two I think, yeah. Well, I'm very sure you will know the very nice places in India. So
Yes.
I think you'll be my
Yeah.
tour guide.
Yes.
Okay, problem. Um,
Somebody rang the bell. Somebody rang the doorbell. Can you hear it?
Come again.
Can you hear it? Somebody's been ringing the doorbell.
Somebody's